Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. This is Life Lessons 304. We continue our Life Lessons series, usually here several times per week whenever my schedule allows. And the Life Lessons series is just a bunch of things that the world is trying to teach you that you may not be paying full attention to. First is stand out. Be willing to stand out. Look, there are almost 8 billion people in the world. We'll reach that 8 billion marker sometime in 2022, according to reports and trends. But that doesn't mean that you're not unique. That doesn't mean that you don't have value. That doesn't mean that you haven't made a mark on the world or can't continue to make a mark on the world. So be willing to stand out. And if you want to stand out, coaching can help you do that by beginning to understand your value, positive and negative, your strengths and weaknesses, and the ways that you can use what has been given to you by your higher power or by your genetics or any number of things in the best way possible. And when we begin to focus on how we can make the world a better place, there's more joy in that, there's more honor in that, and that's another thing to look at. Be honorable. Live to the standards that you say you have. So often we see people say one thing and do another, and incongruency is one of the most damaging things in relationships in general. When a person says one thing and does another, because it ultimately leads to a mental separation that causes a great deal of pain. In other words, do I trust your words or do I trust your actions? And usually 99 times out of 100, it's important to trust a person's actions, because that's ultimately where they're going to return to. But the challenge with that becomes, are they really, really ready to deal with changing their behaviors and making them congruent? But actions and words, congruency is one of the most important things that we can ever experience, and honor is about that. Know what matters to you, know what you're committed to, know what is you're ready to focus on, know what is going to lead you to happiness and joy, and then go from there in terms of making something good happen. The next thing is your definition of success. Sometimes it's necessary to redefine success. Sometimes it's necessary to define what success is for you as a continuation of growth, and knowing that you may get more successful as you use the fulcrum of momentum versus a pass fail mentality that doesn't always lead you forward or doesn't always lead you where you want to go. When we begin to understand the value of using our focus as a definition of our success. What are you focused on? What does that focus mean to you? And what actions do you take as a result? When you understand your focus completely, then you can understand how to improve your quality of life. Then you can understand what it is that you're trying to really accomplish for the long term and make decisions based on exactly that. The decisions that we most often make are knee-jerk reactions. They're emotionally driven, but those types of decisions don't really serve us well in the long run, because the understanding of who we are and where we are and how we go forward doesn't always lead us to an intelligent level of being and or something that's going to get us where we need to be. Again, reevaluating on a consistent basis what your needs are, what is important to you, how you're going to reach that, and then set the standards of the minimum you will accept and always go for above the minimum. Look, you can always drop back to your minimum when things are difficult or when you're sick or when you're overwhelmed or whatever. But know what your minimum standards are from people, from a job, from your life balance, from your discipline, from your routines, the things you need to be happy in the world. Know what those are, and don't go below those. So often people burn out, and they burn out because they go below what they can handle as their minimums, and that ultimately has a negative impact on relationships. It has a negative impact on how honest we are with others. It has a negative impact on so many things. And it doesn't have to be that way, but it often is. Not because not because we deserve it to be that way or anything. It's more because people struggle to be as honest as they could be as honest as is intelligent for them to be, and that ultimately leads to a great deal of challenges when we begin to understand that level of value that is really going to matter. So hopefully this is helpful for you. I encourage you to reach out if coaching would be beneficial to you. Please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Till next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.